There is nothing Hollywood loves more than having a historical event do the heavy writing for them and reproducing it on the big screen. A recent and important one that I would like to see personally is a retelling, a recounting of the Kyle Rittenhouse event. To tell this story, it shouldn't be all doom and gloom. I think it must be satire. For what could be more satirical than the past 6 years of political history? For this project requires, actually no, it demands a comedic genius directing. You might think Oz. Surely you'd have to pick a comedic director who understands action as well as comedy. And you might say something like James Gunn. I, however, believe that the action is the overrated part of this story, and it should instead focus on the courtroom drama and the subtle cultural nuances that we all felt during the time. James Gunn's comedy is a little too overt. I feel like Ricky Gervais and his dry and sharp-witted humour would be the most fitting for the story of Kyle Rittenhouse.
Classic vigilante story. He went sorting out bad people, didn't he?
The thing that really makes Ricky the best pick as director is his lack of caring when it comes to offending people.
Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
This event is very culturally charged, and only Ricky would relish the opportunity to offend so many people and get away with it with his career completely untarnished.
Season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you?
In all honesty, I really liked the judge, Bruce Schroeder. I thought he was on point in pointing out all of the prosecution's bullshit and all of the rules that they broke handling this trial. However, the judge himself acts in a very aloof and erratic way. He is quite awkward in his anger. He doesn't seem to hold a consistent note of rage when he yells at someone.
Well, I said you were over the line, close to or over the line on commenting on the defendant's pretrial silence, which is a well-known rule.
Not saying this is a character flaw, just something that's a unique little bit of behaviour that I think only someone like Alan Alda in his old age could actually pull off.
How dare you? How dare you? You are a huge disappointment to me. I do not understand why we're yelling at each other, but I am not accustomed to losing an argument.
Alan Alda you might remember from MASH, and well, yeah, just MASH. In his old age, he really does have a unique comedic tone. So yeah, Alan Alda is my pick for the Honourable Judge Bruce Schroeder. The many roles of Assistant District Attorney James Krause should be played by a very fat actor. And while I'm flattered that you thought of me, it'd be cheating to include myself in a role I so much resemble. So to play the Assistant McDouble Attorney, I'm picking Drew Carey. Now lefties, I know what you're going to say. This cast, it just isn't diverse enough. I know you were told these guys were black, but history would not be represented accurately if we portrayed them that way. Not that that's ever stopped you before, and if you really want diversity so much, we'll just include some footage of the peaceful protests. Problem solved. The anti-racist white guy who got shot first, you know, the one who kept saying, "Shoot me, gamer word, shoot me," needs to be played by someone bald, with facial hair, someone who has practice speaking like a boy in the hood, while not exactly being one, as well as the ability to cry on command and become violently enraged and fly off the handle. For that role, I think Aaron Paul would be the best pick. We saw him demonstrate all the traits above, playing a different meth addict in Breaking Bad. And as for Skater Boy, an actor that can skateboard isn't really required. We never saw footage of him riding the skateboard, only wielding it as a weapon against the armed man. And as his role in this story is brief, so should my description of the character and the actor that's going to play him. For Skater Boy Anthony Huber, I choose Lucas Hedges, because I do not care about that actor's career, just like I don't care about Anthony Huber's life. Oh, bloody hell. For the one who lived, Gage Grosskreutz, I want to choose a homegrown actor, Kalen McAuliffe. And because I saw him in this one scene in The Walking Dead, where, surprisingly, his character was written smarter than Grosskreutz himself.
Drop your weapon and surrender.
Living sounds good to me.
Yeah, should have done that, Gage. And on the topic of Kalen McAuliffe, can we talk about his IMDb page? His IMDb page says he's presently 27 years old. However, this is likely to change in the future. He's gonna get older? For the man himself, Kyle Rittenhouse. It wasn't really a tough pick, to be honest. I needed someone who had a constantly, boyish, baby fat face, as well as looking like their genetic sample alone would be able to brick the computers at 23andMe. Someone who, when filling out a form and the question of nationality comes up, they just put a squiggly line. And with those two requirements met, I chose Gaten Matarazzo from Stranger Things. For Prosecutor Binger, I chose an actor who knows how to play sleazy and politician, who has hair that looks just as confused as his face does half the time. For that, I chose Aidan Gillen. We've seen him wear the suit in The Wire.
Oh, you're,
Hey.
Seriously, I'm just trying to get a feel for the department's response to the violence. I'm not the hall monitor or anything.
And we saw him get absolutely murdered in a courtroom in Game of Thrones. I feel like he is the perfect pick. Another The Wire actor, I chose the lead lawyer in the defense case, Dominic West, taking the role of Mark Richards. Dominic West, now that he's gotten older, really does resemble Mark Richards quite a bit. And we've seen him do, crime and law roles before in The Wire. He's a very good actor.
Now listen to the she talks about. First time in my life, I feel like a doormat. Like anyone with any smarts would do something else with his life, Earn money or get elected. Like I'm just a breathing machine for my
For the other lawyer that was defending Kyle, I chose Corey Stoll, because he has the same first name as the actual lawyer himself. Corey Chirafeses, yes. Corey Chirafeses. And that's about it, I'd say. That's all the main characters, the main players. Oh wait, no, there was this one guy who kicked him and got away. I guess that could be Idris Elba or literally any actor that you could think of to play that role. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really looking forward to the sequel. Thank you for watching. If you like this sort of stuff, check out my other low-effort content where I review movies. They start off pretty cringe, but they do kind of get better. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.